So there's what I assume is a beautiful mountain lake. Visibility, like they say 300 feet. I don't believe it. It's kind of hard to find the trail. Yeah, there were other changes in an instant up here in the mountains. But at least the trail is really nice. I mean, it's a little slick. I keep debating with myself over climbing the half-mile up and down to get to the peak of Mount Washington. There's no reason to do it. I mean, if you can barely see the next cairn, why bother to go to the top? Kind of defeats the purpose. Yeah, that weather report is supposed to have 50 to 60 mile an hour gusts this afternoon. And so I don't think I want to spend 2 hours going up and back down. So I have to experience the wind later on. Probably all right on top, but I still got like 8 or 9 miles to go. I don't need to get blown around. I'm disappointed, but you know, the safe decision is probably the best decision. I could do it another time. Maybe if the wife lets me. Well, I'm not a happy camper. I got off the trail. I didn't see the correct sign. I'm following the cairns. That's great. I'm on a trail. It's just that now I'm on the top of Mount Clay instead of on the Appalachian Trail. It's only off about 100 yards or so. The Mount Clay goes up and over and comes back down and rejoins the trail. It's just that, you know, when you're following rocks and they didn't paint any of the rocks, and oh well, it's tough to tell. Also, I slid down that. Ouch. Oh well, one for the day. You know, if I got a couple steps off trail, I could take the easy way down. Well, I found this nice little protected spot on Mount Clay. Very excited to get up here, I guess. Like all of these, you know, when you get up to the top, then it's rock scrambling. You know, you got to crawl and haul yourself up and all. This one wasn't too scary, which is nice. I know I complain a lot. Sorry about that. Just not that much not to complain about. I do have some good news. So here's that good news. That is Mount Jefferson from Mount Clay. That doesn't look too bad. Trail runs right up it. And then it goes over and it does Mount Sam Adams, Mount Adams, Mount Quincy Adams, and then I'm done. Can't wait for that. So I don't think I have to go up over the tops. I think there's side trails. So hopefully that's true. I don't know, if it stays nice, I might risk it and go over the top. This is looking into Maine. Maine is like 20 miles north here, so very pretty. See, got good news. There's a storm running the length of Vermont, and it's moving northward. Not sure it's going to come eastward, but it looks like it's blowing out here. It's great. It's a shame I didn't get to climb Washington, but you know what? I'm going to be okay. So for those of you keeping track, in 8 days, I have hiked 78 miles. Of those 78 miles, 4.5 miles have been on something resembling a trail. We can add 2 miles for the side of Mount Washington, and then we're going to count this as a trail. And so we get a mile of this. So let's see. Somewhere around 7 miles have actually been a trail. And the rest has been stand on a rock, go around a rock, and so on. No wonder I've only done 78 miles. How can I resist the challenge? I can't. I'm weak. I'm going to go. Not that there's anything to see. Well, I made it to the top of Mount Jefferson. Third highest peak in New Hampshire. Mount Adams is next. That's the second highest. And of course, Mount Washington, which we won't talk about anymore. Okay, now all I got to do is figure out where I'm going. Well, here we are on the slope of Mount Jefferson. I'm right at tree line. And there aren't any more cairns. And I can't figure out whether I go left, right, or continue, or whatever. So I guess I'll sit here and have lunch. All right, ran into a young couple that said that the snow patch ahead was a little frightening. Awesome! Reminds me of walking on the Wonderland Trail around Mount Rainier. We'll see. 2.4 miles to get off trail today. 2.4. Now I can be at Madison. Awesome. Just a little snow to hang out in. Yeah. Well, 5 minutes ago, it was so foggy, I couldn't see where the trail went, so I just sat down and had lunch. Now, look at this. It's amazing. Just amazing up here. How quickly the weather can change. So there's a huge cairn here where 5 trails come together. The Great Gulf, Lowe's Path, and several. I am 9/10 of a mile from my hut, Madison Hut. There's the trail down to Madison Hut, off to the right. Hope that's the right set of cairns. Looking into Maine here. Or I can go just a little bit further, maybe a third of a mile, and go out of my way and climb Mount Adams. That's Little Adams. Big Adams is hidden on the other side. It's only 1:30. It's not raining. I think I'll go for it. Well, all I got to do now is get to there to get to the top. Just a bunch of scrambling. Trekking pole is not much good right now. Well, there's Mount Madison for tomorrow. I'm on the top of Mount Adams. Awesome looking out. All the stuff you can see. There's the road where people bring their cars up Mount Washington. And of course, here's the ridge that I've been walking down and around. Amazing how your perspective can change. That's coming down the south side of Mount Adams. It really made my knees burn. After all these days, my knees shouldn't be burning. Wow. I was serious, and I think I came down just a couple hundred feet. Oh my goodness. Hooray, I'm saved. There's Madison Hut, where I'm headed for tonight. It's about a third of a mile away. And then tomorrow there's Mount Madison. If I'm crazy, I can climb that. Well, I made it! Yeah, good time! These mountains in the woods is just absolutely crazy. I'm just coming off Mount Madison, where less than 5 minutes ago, I could hardly see, all fogged in, and now you can see for miles. On the other side of the mountain, winds are between 40 and 50 with higher gusts. It's knocking me around, really, really hard to walk. I had to put my poles away and use all fours. Well, I made it to the Barn Hostel in Gorham, New Hampshire, resupplied, showered. Doesn't do my hair much good anyway. Sorry about that. And I'm happy to report that I made it safely off the mountains. Now, all I gotta do is do it again tomorrow.